What's going on, everybody?
Wow! Coming in hot!
Woo.
Welcome to this week's episode of Talk Culture, where we are going to be talking about our top 10 fighting video games.
What's that?
Of all time. Our top 10 fighting video games of all time.
One more time?
Our top 10 fighting video games of all time.
Oh, I hear you, brother. I heard you the first time. I just want to make sure they did.
that is a mouthful to say as well.
You're right.
What'd you say?
What?
Anyways, we want to thank all of our subscribers, of course, but one in particular for the submission of this video topic. Who was it?
It's good old Nick Gearhart.
Nick Gearhart.
That didn't sound exactly the same, but
It was close.
we want to thank you and thank everybody for subscribing and supporting us, you know. We're
Talk culture. No. I'm early.
It's at the beginning.
I'm early.
We're coming up quickly on a year here. The channel's been around. Coming up end of January. It'll be 1 year.
Yeah, we started this stuff in like February, basically.
Yeah.
So we're coming up close. We're approaching fast. Before we get too darn long-winded, let's just get into this video.
I can't. I'm long-winded.
Shut up. We're going to start with number 10, like all top 10 lists. Dude.
Except for the ones that start at number 1. But we ain't going to do that. We're starting at 10.
I thought you were going number 1. Number 10, we have Street Fighter. I mean, what hasn't been said about Street Fighter realistically?
There it is.
Every time. You got to start number 10. You know what? Hold on. Let's just be real here. He didn't even want to have it on the list. I had to fight.
I just
tooth
don't
and
know
nail.
why we always, somewhere in a list, start out with what hasn't been said about whatever. It's just hilarious.
All right, so obviously there's some things that have not been said about Street Fighter. DK might be right. So please tell the
I'm
audience.
going to tell you the stuff that has been said about Street Fighter. First of all, it's one of the original great side-scrolling fighter games. One of the originals, the OGs. I'm sorry. I got a little too ambitious about that.
Gee.
You got some of the most famous fighters coming out of it, including the one and the only.
Who could it be?
Wow. Wow. Ryu!
One of the most basic name people, Ken. He doesn't ride around with Barbie.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, it is a classic game, legendary game in the fighting world of video games. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess
Could
it does.
be.
But
Everything
without
I
us
say always makes
him-hawing around, Street Fighter is good, but we felt like over the years now, we haven't played Street Fighter in a while. And since this is just our list, it's not necessarily like a solidified list that, you know, you can't stray from. We just felt like Street Fighter is just like,
Well, you know what's something
it's got a good legacy. But
something
you know
that's a little bit better than just
It's a little bit better than just
Coming at number 9. I just got lost in my finger work here. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound right on camera.
A fighter shouldn't do.
Right in the middle of a fight. I got lost in my fingers. I tried putting it right in the eyes. Anyways, number 9. Ready to rumble. Woo!
I think we might have to dial it
Ready
back a little
to
bit.
rumble. Now, this is a classic game that, you know, when I was looking at all the fighting games that have ever been produced, I completely forgot about this
Look
at first.
at every single one.
Every single one.
Lined them up.
What? What are you talking about?
Go on.
When looking at them, I completely forgot about this one. And I told DK I'm going to make sure there's a game on here from the Dreamcast. And you know what, folks? This is it. This is it.
I mean, Dreamcast only had 6 games to begin with, so
Half of them were Resident Evil, I think.
Resident Evil and Tony Hawk. But Ready to Rumble was a good one from back, you know, like not so big as Street Fighter or the other titles on our list.
Not even close.
But it just felt nostalgic, you know? I don't think they ever made any sequels or anything. It was just
If they did, maybe there was one. I
like,
just remember playing the one.
I'd say, I don't know if it's necessarily a callback, but it reminds me of Punch-Out.
I mean, it's a boxing game. We're giving you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you could also get with this, or you can get with that. That has nothing to do with the video. I just get wild and crazy.
Let's move on to number 8.
Oh, you couldn't save that one?
I'm just kind of concerned.
All right.
That's all.
What are you concerned about?
So, number 8 on our list. We're going to bring it down a little bit. Get
right,
back
I'm
centered.
back. I'm back.
Centering.
I'm back in.
Number 8, we got Tekken 3 and or 4.
Or 4. We couldn't decide.
He
We
said
couldn't.
3. I said 4. I prefer 4.
I prefer 3.
We just split the hairs and we said 3 or 4.
Let us know in the comments section, Tekken 3 or Tekken 4. Who do you decide
Now,
with?
Tekken Tekken was one of the first fighting games that really had a story that I kind of like understood. You know, when we played like Ready to Rumble and stuff like that, we were just playing a fighting game.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't anything to get into. Tekken has been working on a story for like 15, 20 years with, you got Jin.
I cannot remember all the names of the
You
characters.
got, I'm a butcher it. Heihachi?
Is that the guy with the mustache and the crazy hair?
Yes.
I thought his name was Miro
that's
Yoshihuhi. Oh.
Jin's dad, I believe.
Dang.
And then there is the other guy that I can't remember his name. Jin's brother. I can't think of his name.
What about Tiger King?
Someone can throw it down in there below. I think his name's just King. I don't think it's Tiger King. But it's
even though he's a leopard.
You got Yoshimitsu. He's like a skeleton bug looking dude. So you had a lot of these cool fighters that was kind of like very similar to Mortal Kombat, you know?
They all play off each other.
They do.
They're
They
rip-offs
follow
of each
kind of
other.
the same thing. But Tekken was the first game that had a really solid story that I kind of liked. Now, granted, I haven't played Tekken since 4, but I remember back then being involved. I was like, man, this is awesome. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm fighting for. And I'm totally behind Jin.
What are we fighting for?
Really cool.
What are we fighting for? It's been so long since I played
nothing.
that. Oh, that's war.
Oh.
What it's good for.
Anyways.
Lord have mercy. We're moving right along. Out of control. Along. I
don't know what's going on. We're just out of control.
Number 7.
Number 7.
I love the charisma, the excitement in your voice.
Listen, we're playing like
Dragon Ball Z!
Oh, God!
Xenoverse 2!
I was trying to play like good cop, bad cop, but like you're like loud cop, and I'm like,
I'm just a wild man.
Back. You're out.
People are realizing now, like, I mean, I'm breaking out of my shell.
He hasn't had coffee recently. Like this is him normally. He just gets camera shy up until now. 1 year later, who would have known? Anyway, so Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Originally, when we were doing our list, we had Budokai on the list. We even thought about Tenkaichi, which was after Budokai. But Xenoverse 2, of course, is like the summary of all those games from over the years put into one, and kind of like an, I don't want to say open world, but more open world, customizable. You all right? You good?
I was bringing it all together.
Oh, okay. He's bringing it all together. Kamehameha.
One.
Xenoverse, of course, customizable characters. You can use other Z fighters like skills and move sets. Just an all-around great fighting game. You can fly around all over the place. You go to different areas. You got a capsule corp. You go to Namek. Like, just really good. The story was interesting because, you know, for all those years, the Dragon Ball games kind of played the same story out. You just went through the different episodes. The Xenoverse 1 and 2, but specifically 2, really created their own story, and it was interesting.
Did you already talk about the customization part of it?
I sure did.
Oh. Maybe that was when I was bringing it all together into one.
Yeah, I think you might have missed it. You were too busy getting it all in there.
Some would say it's fantastic, just to summarize it.
But not me.
Not. Why is it on the list?
I mean,
Is it fantastic?
I am trying to avoid saying it. I don't want to say it because I know that's what you're doing. You're trying to get under my skin about it.
All right, let's go.
I'm on to you.
All right, so to piggyback off of that, let's go to number 6. What is it? It is Mortal Kombat 2.
You knew there was going to be a Mortal Kombat in here. You knew it.
If I left Mortal Kombat off, I'm pretty sure they would revoke my license of playing fighting video games, and they might kick me off the channel. Somebody in YouTube is going to literally pick me up and...
Our producers are going to kick him right out of here. With no Mortal Kombat, you're done. Get out of here.
Absolutely done.
We're bringing in somebody else. We're bringing Ryan Reynolds. Come on in. Anyways, MK2, you take it away. I feel like I've been talking this whole time.
We might
putting it all together.
We might have a better YouTube channel if we had Ryan Reynolds.
We might.
Ryan, are you out there? You do a lot of things.
Bring it on in, Ryan.
Come on. Be a subscriber.
You can talk.
I mean, you can talk. You
take the mic.
You can be Deadpool. I don't care. Do whatever you want. You want to be the guy from Waiting?
You want to be the guy from Just Friends?
What?
Just don't
Anyways.
bring Deadpool from Origins. Keep that one to the side.
Anyways, Mortal Kombat 2, it's a really tough choice between, like, first, second, and third. I think the second one where, like, they really just figured out what the first one really is, what it should be, and where they want to go. 3's all right, but just there's a special place for number 2, probably in both of our hearts, just for a simple fact, Super Nintendo. I just remember waking up.
Love me some Super Nintendo.
I remember waking up out of bed, just hopping.
Yep.
Pop that bad boy on, turn that on, and just start fatalitying everybody.
Oh.
Kill them all.
My God.
There's just something special with that game. I don't know what it is, and I feel like I have to have it in the top 10.
So speaking of Nintendo, I'm gonna piggyback.
Oh, there's a segue.
On to number 5.
Oh, wow.
Nintendo.
Let's go.
Super Smash Brothers Melee. So a lot of people are gonna come at me for this. I already know it. Why aren't you doing a more modern Super Smash? And I get it.
Or why isn't it higher on the list?
I get it. All right. I get it. But this Smash was the OG one that I played. I played a little bit of the new ones, and yeah, it's going to be better just because of the advancement of video games over the years. But this was my first exposure to being able to play as Pikachu and Mario and just beat the hell out of each other.
I mean, to
There's
me
not
that
much more that
qualifies.
needs to be said.
To me that qualifies.
You can Falcon Punch.
Falcon
You
Punch.
can do Barrel Roll Star Fox. It was great.
Barrel.
Now, obviously, like I said, the new Smash is great, but Melee is always going to hold a special spot in my heart on the N64.
If I don't get one in this video, ooh, I'll put you through the table. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know.
We're gonna move right along to number 4.
What's number 4?
I want you to take it away.
I
just want you to say.
You want me to take? I knew you were going to ask me to take it away. I knew it.
What's number 4?
Soul Calibur 2.
What?
Soul Calibur 2.
Why'd you repeat it? I heard you first time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Soul Calibur 2. It's Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur 2. I think this is one of those integral pieces of our friendship.
What was that word you used there?
Integral.
Integral.
Did I say it wrong?
You sure did.
Integral.
Integral.
Integral. Integral. Integral. I got it.
Integra?
Thanks, brother. Damn it. Anyways, this is one of those. You're killing me, man.
I've
You're
never
killing
heard
me.
anyone say integral.
I don't say the word often.
Integra?
Obviously, that's the case. This is one of those pillars of our friendship as kids. How about that?
There we go. That's better.
I mean, I had it on the GameCube. He had it on PlayStation. And I still whipped his ass.
Oh, no. Pump the brakes here, bud. No, you didn't.
What do you mean?
Mm-mm.
No.
I was the king of Soul Calibur.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah, right.
Probably still am.
You give me Link, I'll slap you around. I'll just hit you with the shield. Shield all day, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Is that
Oh
right?
yeah.
We're
Oh yeah.
gonna have to see.
Oh yeah. That might be something we do. But for real, I did whip them. It didn't matter what console it was. I mean, you have some classic characters. I'm trying to think of the guy's name, but I'm not good with the names all the time. Remember the guy with the little samurai sword, just pogo stick? I don't.
I'm like 95% sure that that's Yoshimitsu from Tekken. But I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
It's Yoshimitsu from Tekken.
I mean, whatever. You had Nightmare, which everybody wanted to be. Then you had
that
some
awesome
crossover things.
Soul Calibur sword.
I kind of want to play Soul Calibur.
I know.
So can we finish the video so I can play it?
Yeah.
I want to play it. I want to play
Let's
it.
move on to number 3.
Number 3.
We're going a little different now. We're still in the fighting, but
Ooh, we putting in the low gear.
we're putting in low
Ooh,
gear.
we're gonna sit back, cruise, relax.
No, we're not.
Oh shit.
It's Injustice 2. We're going. Injustice 2. So you got the DC universe. You got
DC
the
universe.
dark side of the DC universe.
Dark side of it.
Based off of the newer Injustice comics.
Based off the newer comics.
You know anything about Injustice 2?
I mean, I didn't read the comics.
In there?
Huh?
You just,
I didn't read the comics. I'll be upfront and honest about it. But I did play the story, buddy. I played the story.
I tell the people about it.
Man,
I put you on the spot, didn't I?
you always play the story. When did I play the story?
I'm sorry.
When did we play the story with each
Like
other?
10 years ago. I'm sorry. Well, not Injustice 2.
It was
but...
like 6 years ago. Don't even start.
All right. I'm sorry. So anyways, not to focus on the story too much of Injustice, but you know the basics. Superman is going evil. He's trying to take out the DC universe. trying to take over the world. Not really take over the world, but destroy the world. Great game. It's very similar to Mortal Kombat in control. Man, calm down. It's all right. Very similar to Mortal Kombat in controls, and you had to customize like your armor,
It's gear.
your gear. Sorry.
Yeah, who knows what about the game now, buddy? Huh? It's a fantastic game. It really is. It's really good. It's very similar to Mortal Kombat, like you said. And if you didn't say it, I wasn't paying attention because I'm too mad about everything you do to me in my life.
I think it's a really good game.
Just sad.
Anyways,
moving on to number 2. We have Def Jam Fight for New York.
I bet you didn't see this one coming because it's coming in hot.
Nobody probably expected that one. Like, did you really? Like, did you? Did you really?
Probably not. Def Jam games. I mean, there's only a couple of them. There's about 3. I think Def Jam Vendetta, Fight for New York, which is one we picked, and Icons, which I never played.
I don't think we really played that one.
We've been talking for years that we want to see Def Jam Vendetta or New York get remade or remastered.
Absolutely.
You know, like, bring it back. It was a fun game. It had that kind of like street, kind of like how they had the NFL Street, NBA Street. It had that feel like you were still fighting, but you could still have a lot of fun with it, like kind of breaking the rules, breaking necks.
It was like street
arms.
fighting. What do you mean? There is no rules in street fighting.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Can I ask you a serious question? I feel like every video I have a question for you. All right, because I think about it. I got the hard hitting questions.
All right.
If you had one rapper that has never been in a Def Jam game to put in, say, a new one, who would it be? I know I put you on the spot.
Who would yours be?
I want to put MGK in there.
MGK, why?
Because I want to whip that ass. Hold on. I like the Rock stuff. I'm not crazy about his rap, and I'm not a huge fan. But I think that'd be really fun to beat up on him. Oh, man. Hold on. No. Oh, I want another one. Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi.
I want Kid Cudi.
Oh, he'd just be moving smooth all around the place.
Oh, yeah. I can see him just moonwalking. You know,
fighting
man
everybody.
on the moon. I get it.
Wow. That's what he would do.
Wow. You didn't answer. Come on. We got to finish the video. We got to get the number 1.
I'm going to have to say.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
I don't know who I'm going to say.
I can tell you who you're going to say.
Who?
You're probably going to say Logic, right?
No, I've been on a Logic kick. I have been. Logic is like my new rapper I love. He's good. But
I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
Oh, hold on. Don't do this to me. Why are you putting me in this situation? Come on, man. Rick Ross.
He's the boss.
He sure is. He's going to whoop your ass.
Him and MGK.
Oh.
Look at the differences in size.
Jesus, no.
Anyways.
And Rick Ross is like buff now. Like he used to be on like a little larger and charger side.
He's on the nacho cheese diet.
Is ripped now. Like he looks like Tony the Tiger about to whoop your butt.
Tony the Tiger. Yeah. Anyways, let's finish up this video. Let's get to our number 1. And I feel like this one is probably not going to be a surprise. We've talked about it before, right? Mortal Kombat 11.
You knew there was a Mortal Kombat coming again.
The only franchise in fighting that we had to have 2 of them.
Yep.
It's just so good, so nice. You got to have it twice.
Sure is.
Thank you.
You got all the customizable gear.
Yeah.
You got some of the best DLCs. You got Terminator. You got
Let me help you out. Rambo. What about Spawn?
Spawn, one of my favorites.
I mean,
Spawn.
come on,
I mean, he's a little slow in the game. Could have made him a little faster, but I get it.
Well, you talking to him? You cutting a promo on him? Come on, Ed Boon. Come on, Ed Boon.
Listen here, brother. The game, like the story was really good. It brought back some old faces and gave you some new ones.
It even had a continuation of the story that basically rewrites everything that happened in the original story.
It's very interesting.
I mean, Aftermath was awesome. I mean, the game literally has won multiple... I don't even know if multiple is probably the best way to define it, but awards out the wazoo. And...
probably one of the best Mortal Kombats since, like, MK2.
I think it's easily the best Mortal Kombat that they've ever made. I think it's better than MKX by a long shot, and I thought that story was pretty solid, and I thought the game was solid, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So, hey, I mean, that's our list. Let
That's
us
a good
know what
list.
you think in the comment section down below. If you like the list, hit a thumbs up. If you hate the list, hit a thumbs up. You know, you got to just do those things. You got to do those things.
It's probably, it's a fantastic list, you know? It's going to be good. It's going to be great. Just let us know what you think.
Why won't you just give me the satisfaction? I just don't get it. Anyways, other things you got to do other than saying like, you got to also share.
Whoa!
You got to subscribe. You got to subscribe.
You got to.
And you got to ring that bell to be notified of other videos that we are dropping for you all the time, every Friday at 6 p.m. If you didn't know, and now you know, baby.
Woo!
Woo!
And as always, thank you for supporting Talk Culture!